What's going on, YouTube? So I just finished streaming for the night over on Twitch, and I was working on improving my dark vision score for the magical domain of water here, the master's domain level 1. So, and I was able to cap the bug boss here, and I want to show you, got a perfect score here. I want to show you how I did it because one thing I'm pretty pleased with is that I don't have Nicole, and I still managed to cap. And so all of the videos and all the guides and all of everything that I've been seeing includes either running the new Summer Sniper Physalis, or having Yuna available to staff in peril, or having Nicole available to do a bunch of wacky fields and extra imperils and the water imbues and the amps and all that stuff. So without Nicole, I've obviously been having a little bit of a time today trying to figure this out, but I just did it. So my max damage that I've done so far was 21 billion. The last run that I just did on stream was 20 billion. Still a perfect score. It worked out just fine. So I want to do a quick show of how I'm doing it, just so you can see it. And I'm sure this is completely unoptimized. I know there's some like redundant stuff. But here it is. So Eurytia is going to be passive provoking. We've got a Moogle Charm, we've got a Durandal, she's got death immunity, she's got full evasion, and she's got a lot of water resistance as well. And that's going to be because Tiana is going to be building up stacks on her, and you need water resistance for the fight anyway, but Tiana is also going to help us out with a lot of water resistance, so it doesn't matter as much. But here's how she looks in shift form, or base form rather. You just need water, you need dodge, and you need death immunity, and that's pretty good. And provoke, she's got passive provoke here. She's got passive provoke from Danger Goods of Blood Pump, and this is not a cheap build. Like, this took I wouldn't say pushing me to the limits of everything that I had, but I did have to kind of work some STMRs in there. So yeah, Brave Shift, same thing. The only thing I don't have on here is dual wielding, because she's not attacking in this form. So, but otherwise the same. Passive provoke, water resist, and dodge. Cacteria, just a bunch of. I honestly just hit water resistance and magic, and just let the builder do it for her base form. For her shift form, she's got double fists, she's got a bunch of magic, she's got, as much, actually doesn't have any bug killer in her kit, so she's really just here to kind of help. And I don't even have her fully built out. She's just here to do a little bit of damage. You could probably do better if you have extra Dream of the Faith, or if you have extra. Do I have another Dream of the Faith? Could I put that on her and help out? I could put Esper Mediation. Right? There we go. A little more. I don't think I have any more Dream of the Faith. I think they're both equipped. Let's see. Yeah, Dream of the Faith is already equipped. So, I probably could push it a little farther. GF extensions on somebody else, but she's got some stuff just to do damage a little bit. Louise is here to. She's got fists in both of her builds to take advantage of the fist imperil that we're going to get, built for damage a little bit, and just some stats. She's really just kind of chaining. She's really helping us with chaining, and that's about it. She does happen to have a bunch of bug killer, or 200% bug killer, just because she's got her own STMR equipped, but she's not really. They're not really here for a bunch of damage. These three are just kind of here to help build the chain, and help us stay alive. These three are here for damage. So Tiana, I got this idea from Levidelli, and yeah, Tiana, awesome. We've got I've got her set up with not a whole lot of insect killer, and surprisingly not a lot, but she does contribute a lot of damage. Actually, more damage in my last run than Luna Freya did, which is kind of funny. So yeah, we've got Magister's Helm on her. We've got just some stuff to have a little bit of whatever magic bug killer that I had left over. Could I do better than this? Let me see. I don't think I have much. There's not a whole lot out there. Oh, you know what? I have more than I thought I did. Shoot. Could I do more? I'm losing a little bit of stats, but I'm gaining a bunch of killers. Let's do that, and let's just go with it. Shoot. Do I have more? I have to have a sword or a rod, but that's only 25% more. How much is Necropolis? 30% more. Like, yeah, let's just go with it, you know? Killers. 230. So I'm up. We'll try a slightly different run. If it doesn't work, you know, you can go back the way it was. But she's just there to help chain, and she's gonna be chaining on Eurytia to build up her stacks. Luna Freya has Yuna's STMR, and that's about it. In the very base form, and then in the shift form, she's just built for standard Luna Freya evocation damage. Yeah. Honestly, it's the fact that she has a premium STMR does not help my case, but you know, she is an older unit, and you know, cranking out the damage on her is important, and it helps. I've got her set up like this. And then finally, my crowning achievement here. Angela has no gear. She spends the entire fight, except for turn 1, in her base form, in her shift form, and she is just built for insect killing speed here. There it is. Built for speed, has the Magister's Cloak on, but I'm also getting, you know, a lot of Element Burst damage from other sources, but she's, you know, stacked out on everything else. 400% True Double Hand, 400% magic, 300% limit burst damage, just not 300% physical bug killer, because, yeah. Cool, so there it is, and we're going to go ahead and do it. And I'm out of energy, too. That's the other reason I stopped streaming, because, 1, I was excited to just finally get to this point where I got it, and 2, like, I'm tired, and 3, I ran out of energy. It took a lot of turns. I think I did, like, I played for about an hour. I did, like, I think maybe 5-6 runs. Did some stuff with trying to run Yoshikiri, but my Yoshikiri does not have his EX+2 buff, so it doesn't work out. All right, first things first. Cacteria is going to reflect and Shelga, the boss, because Angela stacking does tend to beat the boss up pretty hard. All right, turn 1, we're just going to use our magic buff cooldowns for themselves. Cool. Here's where it gets exciting. Tiana is going to Throwing Weapon imperil the boss. We're going to Watery Blue for the AoE 30% amp. Revitalizing Brew just to buff everybody and give HP regen, just cause. And Rainbow Remedy to give everybody 100%, a bunch of water resistance, which is going to help out here in just a second. So we're going to jump from 150 to 300 for the next few turns, and she's going to be sapping her water resistance with her own magic here in just a second. So all Eurytia is going to do for the first turn is sustainment and just, like, you know, whatever, just to kind of build limit burst gauge a little bit for Cacteria. And Louise is going to fill limit burst the rest of the way. Louise does not do a whole lot exciting until the very end. In fact, I would say Louise is pretty redundant. If you've got another way to somehow quad chain bolting strike, you know, use that. Don't use Louise. You know, if you can get better damage from somewhere else, just do it. You know, she's also bringing a 90% spirit break later on, and that's about it. Okay, so this turn, Angela is going to shift and start stacking. I'm doing this first because I don't want anything else to, like, help her do damage. She wants to do as little damage as possible while stacking up, because we don't want to kill the boss. We don't want to blow Angela's load early, right? All right. This is where it looks a little goofy with Tiana, because Tiana's going to start chaining on Eurytia just to build stacks. We're not going to get to a fully built out stacks, but she still does tons of damage. And now that I have all those killers on her, I'm thinking it's going to be even better. So let's take a look here. There we go. Eurytia resists all the damage. Even though she has now been imperiled, she still has 170, so she's going to be fine for the rest of the fight. There we go. And we're going to apply an insect killer for physical and magic. That's just going to help out a little bit, and mainly helping Angela. It's going to help these guys a little bit. It's going to help this this little girl a little bit too. And then just something to fill LB, and hopefully give Cacteria Limit Burst. It did not. Louise is just going to chain the rest of the way to fill up. Cacteria uses her Limit Burst for a Fist Imperil and breaks. And Luna Freya is just going to sing Hymn of the Faith, even though she could do nothing. We're just going to go ahead and do it. Just because it's cool. Alright, so we need to Limit Burst again with Angela, but before we can do that, we need to fill up Limit Burst. So here we go. I'm going to click this, and then as soon as it fills up, I'm going to use it. Cool. Alright, Tiana, we're just going to reload, target Eurytia. Awesome. Eurytia's going to shift, and she's going to use one of her cooldowns, her Magnus's, Benevolent Combat Stratagem. It's going to fill everybody's Limit Burst gauge. I can do this twice, which is going to get us stacks on turn 4 and turn 5. Okay, so she's now full. Luna Freya is again going to just sing Hymn of the Faith because she just likes singing. It seems like something Luna Freya would do. Turn 3, Cacteria is going to triple. She's going to Thorny Teamwork, which we don't really need, but we're going to do it. We're going to do Barbed Boost on Angela, and we're going to do Sacred Oasis. This is going to give everybody Water Imbue, which is going to be helpful for you and helpful for you, but it's also going to make her do tons of damage on the next turn. So we have to be careful. Okay. She's going to take, on this turn, Angela's going to push it all the way to about 50%, in my experience. %53%. So yeah. And then we're just going to reload for simplicity's sake for you, because that's a lot of clicking. We're going to use our last cast of that to fill Angela's Limit Burst. There we go. Cacteria is going to shift. We're not going to do anything yet, though. Luna Freya is going to shift, and she's going to start powering up for the kill turn. And we're going to quad Torrent, Gentiana's Aid, Water Blessing, and Messenger's Aid. They don't stack, but I just have extra uses and whatever. There we go. Louise finally gets to do something different this turn. We're going to Incapacitate, Power Boost, Diverse Arsenal, and Ionic. Now we already have a 100% physical and magic killer buff for Eurytia, so this is redundant, but I just needed something extra to do, and it seemed like fun, so there it is. Cacteria. This is where she's going to shine. This is where she was better than Yoshikiri in my opinion, because she has Million Needle Assault to get rid of the Shelga that is on the boss. She's got Deadly Drought to boost, reduce water resistance one more time, and boost her own physical damage, or her own magic damage. And just for good measure, we're going to Cactus Breakthrough, because Cactus. Okay, here we are. We've made it turn 5 where we're going to do the kill, and hopefully get over 100 point chain, and hopefully break 20 billion damage, because it worked on stream and I want it to work again. So Eurytia is going to dual wield attack with Cursed Current, which is Flood, and that's just going to help contribute to the chain. Tiana is going to quintuple Unstable Water on the boss, not on Eurytia this time. Cacteria is going to triple Bolting Strike, Water. Louise is going to shift, and she's going to quad Bolting Strike, and I know that this does not match up. She's doing 5 and she's doing 4, but we're getting a little bit of extra help from the chaining here, and last time I did this I got over 100 point chains, so we're fine. Power of the Hydreian, last cast a True Ancient Curse. So the way this works is I do hers when the rocks start falling. I send all the chainers at the same time, and then I will cap with Lunafreya. And last time I did this, I got 20.4 billion. The first time I did this strat, I got 21.3 billion. Yay, variance. There's variance in there somewhere. Let's see what we get. Couple extra hits at the end, otherwise, pretty good. Broke 100 points. 23.26. So that's my best run yet. So that is pretty good. And I'm excited about it because I don't have Nichol. Yeah, I know that's not going to improve my rank any, but still, look at that madness. Thank you, Tiana. Outdoing Lunafreya. Like, that's pretty awesome. And then, Angela, of course, is super, super great. Doing all that damage. Most of it on the last turn. And yeah, there it is. So you don't have to have Nichol. Everyone that I've been talking to in the Discord, on Discord and in places, has been saying, oh, you gotta have Nichol, you gotta have Nichol. It's just not gonna work without Nichol. No Nichol. Perfect score. Lots of other stuff, lots of other STMRs and high level units and stuff like that, but no Nichol. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that here and be done for the night. But I hope that helps anybody who does not have Nichol trying to get Magical Domain of Water. My next target is Physical Domain of Fire, which is not giving me as much trouble as Water, but man, is it giving me a little bit of trouble. So we're gonna work on that tomorrow, and yeah, we'll be back on Thursday for sure over on Steam, not on Steam, on Twitch, doing new content night, as well as probably some more runs of this. I'm trying to get this down, and I've also got this whole situation going on. I just went in and did a one and done on this. Like, I just did the first turn kill, and like I'm gonna have to work on this for a little while because yeah, that's a little trickier. But I'm excited to try it, and definitely want to share this clear, so maybe it can help somebody out. But yeah, until then, see you Thursday. Maybe even see you tomorrow with a new run of this, but it just depends on how quickly I can get to it. With update happening tomorrow, that might limit me a little bit. So good night. See you tomorrow. See you Thursday.